Hello everybody, this is Rockhard Gamer 45. Today we are doing another Doom Eternal related video. In this one we'll be talking about predictions for Doom Eternal. So yes, this does mean that I'll be covering things that I've already covered on the channel before on multiple occasions, but I thought I'd make a bit more of a bigger video talking about them. First thing we start to talk about, of course, is the campaign itself. I will go into a bit more detail on the multiplayer and Snap Map as well, with a couple of predictions, but I might make a separate video for Snap Map because I think there could be a lot more. Anyway, starting off with the campaign, I'm expecting a longer campaign straight away. First obvious prediction is that I feel like the campaign is going to be even longer, and we're going to see, I believe, to be 20 levels, at least 20 levels, but my prediction would be the 20 level mark. We saw 13, I still can't remember, in Doom 2016, so I think they're going to round it up to a better number, which will be 20. The same sort of length levels as well, just so that they can really give all the new monsters justice as well, and make the campaign just a bit more lengthy, because it can be done very quickly. It was kind of a false promise that the campaign took 12 or 13 hours. That's only if you're going for literally 100% completion, not just beating the levels and moving on, because it takes about 4 or 5 hours then, probably, if you are good enough at the game or if you played it before. Another thing I'm going to predict is that I honestly believe there's going to be a lot more of unlinear gameplay in this, like just how the original Doom 2016 levels did it, levels 3 and 4 and then ones. It's going to be a bit more of a selection on where the player's allowed to go, a bit more freedom, because it kind of had that in the original levels, like I said, but then as the levels got later in the campaign, that sort of went. So I predict that I think we're going to see a lot more freedom where Doomguy can go, so hopefully a lot less unlinear gameplay throughout all the levels, with, of course, with a select 1 or 2 that will obviously be a bit more of a straight path, but I'm hoping that the majority of the game at least lets the player explore just like the original games did. I think a lot of people can agree with me on this one, but I don't think that Samuel Hayden is going to be the final boss. I think we're going to see someone else take that part. Preferably, hopefully, this is also another prediction, the Icon of Sin is going to show up. I honestly believe that he's coming at some point. I mean, it feels right because now is his game. This is the one where he should show up. It's the second one, the one on Earth. I don't know what part in hell he's going to play, if he's just an abomination that Samuel Hayden sort of created, or if he's actually going to be like the true commander of hell. I don't know yet, but hopefully we'll see him as the final boss, and Samuel Hayden can either A, be killed before this, maybe he unleashes the demon, or B, he dies after you kill the main demon, so sort of as, not as a boss, but you get the sort of pleasure of killing him after, at the very end of the game. I want to predict some other things as well. I think that we are going to see other places apart from Earth and Hell. That's what they was hinting when I mentioned that tweet that I done a few days ago. They said locations like Earth. So I don't know where we're going to go, but I'm thinking we're going to go back to the moon bases, Mars most likely, or a complete new planet as well. So I don't think we're going to be located just on Earth. I think we're going to see a couple of other places. So anyway, that's it about the campaign for now. I'm going to definitely have to make another video on this because there's so much to talk about. Moving on to multiplayer, I definitely think we're going to see a classic team deathmatch appear. A lot of people asked for it. They said they were following fans' advice, and it feels like the most obvious one to me would definitely be following what the fans said about the multiplayer, which had the most sort of negativity about the whole game. The multiplayer, they said they didn't like the new sort of system, they preferred the old team deathmatch. That to me tells me that they're going to sort this out. I think we're going to see what we see here now, but I also think we're going to see plenty of old classic game modes returning along with the new ones here, so hopefully a hybrid of both, but long as team deathmatch there, I'm okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. I'm also going to predict that some of the new enemies that we get to play as, some of the new demon rooms, will probably be, I'd say, hopefully the Archvile and the Arachnotron. I think these are the two enemies that we're going to see, which we've already played, of course. We've seen these guys in Doom 2, but I think there's also going to be 1 or 2 new enemies that we haven't seen yet. It could also be playable demons, possibly an exclusive one as well. Another thing I want to predict, DLC. We're going to get DLC this time, and I'm not just saying multiplayer. I think we're going to see a few extra levels for the campaign. Now, if they're going to be a mini story to follow, or just a select few levels that are better than the snap map limitations that are probably going to be there, I still think we're going to see something like that. Hopefully with a mini story, but I don't know. But I definitely think that we're going to see this, because a lot, and I mean a lot of people have been asking for this. If you've played the game, you've most likely asked for DLC for the campaign at least once. Definitely one of the things that I want the most as well. So whilst I'm here, I'll quickly go over Snap Map a bit. I'm predicting a lot more Doom 2 content in this one. This is what I sort of mentioned when we got all the free updates for the other game and there was no Doom 2 content coming in them. I thought they was going to save it to the sequel. We only saw a select couple of music tracks and textures from Doom 2 I mean, and a couple of levels in the campaign that were Doom 2, literally underhalls and entryway. Apart from that, everything was Doom 1, which of course makes sense because that was a reboot, so it was Doom 1. So now we're on to the Doom 2 stage. I honestly believe that this is where we can start seeing all the Doom 2 content. They've already proven that with the Hell on Earth setting, and of course the Archvile, Pain Elemental and Arachnotron on the back. So they're already proven that Doom 2 is going to be the main focus of this game. So I believe that we're going to see a lot more Doom 2 content in Snap Map as well. Another thing that, this is more of a hope than a prediction really, I hope that they decide to add in the ability to transfer some of your old maps to Doom Eternal Snap Map, of course if it's still there. I hope that we see this, because I know people might say, well, these maps are going to be outdated by then. But it's still cool to see if people can transfer their old maps into a much, hopefully, better level editor when we see Doom Eternal Snap Map. It'd just be cool to see some of the old levels that we've already played brought up to date with new enemies, new design, hopefully I say a better level editor so there could be much more advanced design. That would be something that I'm personally hoping for. I don't know if everyone else will be hoping for that as well. And of course it'd be nice to see everything included in Snap Map this time, so bosses. I really would love to see a couple of bosses be featured in the game. So Cyberdemon, Mastermind. Of course, they might not even be in this game, but whatever boss they decide to have in the game, hopefully we get to play them as well. Maybe bring back the Hellguards as well as like a little reference. It's just cool to play as them because we have not seen them in Snap Map yet. We know that there's a simplistic version of the Cyberdemon that could easily have worked in Snap Map, but they just never got featured. I don't know if there's any point in the game that is actually supposed to be there. I don't know, but it didn't happen, so hopefully they learn the lesson with that and we see that in the next game as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. There'll probably be a part 2 coming as well. Until we see the actual gameplay at August, I'm going to sort of do a video every other day of Doom Eternal, so the road to QuakeCon, I guess you can say. Hopefully it's going to be pretty good information we're going to see, but until then, this has been Rockhard Gamer 45 and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.